Hi, welcome to my video blog again. This is my second time video blogging. And happy Easter, by the way. I didn't have a chance to video blog the last couple of days because I've been teaching as well as planning and hosted a yoga theme party. For those of you who are interested in what a yoga theme party is about, basically you have something like a birthday party or a bachelorette party, baby shower, or any kind of party. And instead of just doing the conventional stuff like going out for dinner and drinking and hanging out with friends, you can still do all of that, but you can also add an educational and a health component to the party. So again, if you're interested, feel free to contact me, and I have brochures. You can look up on my website and contact me for details. Now, today I wanted to talk a little bit about me before yoga. Now, most people, their impression of me are either like, as my friend would say, that annoyingly happy person, or I'm becoming one, or a happy-go-lucky girl. They know that I'm always on the run. Some call me Energizer Bunny, Smiley, Workaholic. But did you know I wasn't always like this? Hard to believe? Well, there's something that really happened to me when I was around 8 years old, and I'll share that with you. Now, around the time when I was in grade 2, going into grade 3, I was still a very shy kid. Now, in Hong Kong, which is where I was born, there was no such thing as show and tell. You bring an item from home and then you talk about it. Now, this particular exercise, this public speaking style, was totally voluntary, and so I just never volunteered. Now, because my English really sucked back then, my teacher, Mrs. K, who, by the way, demonstrated the sound as in thank you, because us Chinese people, our accents will technically not pronounce, we'll say thank you instead of thank you. So she would say thank you and demonstrate thank you to the point where she would spit in my face. Now, back to the story. She was quite concerned that I was not able to follow in class, and that going to grade 3 would be even harder for me. So she decided to fail me. Now, she set up a parent meeting and had me explain and translate to my mother, who doesn't speak English, that I was being flunked back into grade 2 for a period of time until my English improved. Yes, I did have to translate, and it was awful news to translate this information to my mother. And in Asian culture, this is pretty much a disgrace to the family, or at least I felt it was a disgrace to my mother. And I was just devastated, biting my lips, tearing up inside, and trying to assure my mom, and particularly assure myself, that this was only going to be temporary. Now, so yeah, I, from that day on, went on and decided to do the show and tell. Yes, I did go back to grade 2, but I did do the show and tell. I brought in different items and used my broken English to get my way through grade 2 for actually the next 3 months before I was promoted back to my regular grade 3. Now, getting embarrassed, of course, in public speaking was an entirely different issue, and it took me about 20 years before I was able to step up to go to Toastmasters. But, nonetheless, I was a pretty shy person, unmotivated kid, who, I guess, with the option of failing, decided to turn matters into my own hands, and never again allowed myself to feel defeated again. I guess I do have my teacher, Mrs. K, to thank. So, if Mrs. K is watching, thank you. You can visit me at beautifulomyoga.com to learn more about the classes I'm offering, and look forward to seeing my next vlog. Okie dokie.